morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine at home. Today we are going to learn the subject social studies. In social studies, today we are going to learn lesson 9. What's the name of the lesson 9? The treeless grasslands. The treeless grasslands. In this lesson, we learnt about 5 grasslands. I told you about 5 grasslands. What are the 5 grasslands in the world? Prairies, pampas, steppes, wells and downs. In these 5 grasslands, today we are going to learn about the first one, prairie. We learnt about the prairie. Prairie means what? Grassland. Prairie means grasslands. From which word it comes from? From the French word. From the French word it's come from. Where it is located? It is in North America. It is in North America. First we move on to the topic location. The prairies extend from Canada in the north to Mexico in the south, and it covers the whole of central USA. Next we learned about land. In prairies the land is covered with thick and tall grasses, and we learnt about 2 big rivers in this region. What are the 2 rivers? Mississippi and Missouri. Next we learnt about climate. How is the climate in prairie? In prairie the winters are cold and summers are hot. Then rainfall is moderate. Moderate means average. Rainfall is average and it's about 52 to 70 centimeter. When the rainfall occurs in prairies, it occurs mostly during the summer season. Next we learnt about vegetation. In trees are very rare in prairies except along the rivers, and grasses in this region grow very quickly during the spring season and it changes into hay during the autumn season. Next we learnt about the wildlife. What we learned? The animals that live in this region are adapted themselves to this semi-arid climate. Semi-arid means half dry. Okay. And the animals living in this region can withstand with very hot summers and freezing cold winters. And we learned about the 4 animals. What are the 4 animals? Bison, prairie dog, prairie chicken and coyote. These are the 5 subtopics we learned. Next we pass on to the next topic. Next one is economic activities. Economic activities. The prairies are intensively cultivated. The prairies are intensively cultivated. What they cultivate? Shall we see? Corn is cultivated in the eastern part of the prairies. What is cultivated in the eastern part of the prairies? Corn is cultivated. The other name of corn is maize. Very good. M-A-I-Z-E, maize. And then wheat. Wheat is cultivated in the central part of the prairies. Wheat is cultivated in the central part. Corn is cultivated in the eastern part. Wheat is cultivated in the central part. Cattle is reared in the western part of the prairies. Where the cattle is reared? Cattle is reared in the western part of the prairies. Corn is cultivated in the eastern part, wheat is in the central part and cattle is reared in the western part. In prairies, farmers produce enough wheat for the whole country and also for export. Farmers, look at here children, so many wheat crops are there. Farmers produce enough wheat. What are the necessity, how much necessity of wheat they produce for them, and they also export wheat to other countries. That is why the prairies are called the wheat basket of the world. Prairies are called the wheat basket of the world. Apart from wheats, what are the other crops that grown in prairies? Are barley, rye, oats, lentils, mustard, peas and beans. What are the other crops that grown in the prairies? Barley, rye, oats, lentils, mustard, peas and beans. These are the other crops. They also have, the prairies also have meat packing factory, dairy farms and flour mills. They also have meat packing factory, dairy farms and flour mills. Apart from this, many minerals are found there in prairies. Apart from this, many minerals are also found. What are the minerals there? Lignite coal, mineral oil and natural gas. These are mined in large quantities. These are mined in large quantities. Gold, silver and potash. This is potash are also mined here. Gold, silver and potash are also mined here. Apart from lignite, mineral oil and natural gas, gold, silver and potash are also mined here. The development, the availability of these minerals led to the development of the ore crushing factories. Look at here, ore crushing factories and oil refineries. The availability of these minerals has led to the development of ore crushing factories and oil refineries. An extensive network of roads, railways and canals in the region, coupled with industries, have made the prairies one of the most industrialized regions in the world. Not only in cultivation, in industrialized region also prairies are most. Now shall we do the checkpoint? You have to write T for true or F for false. Number 1, most grasslands are in the temperate zones of the world. Is it true or false? True. Most grasslands are in the temperate zones of the world. Number 2, prairies receive a lot of rainfall. False. The rainfall is very less. Number 3, big trees are rarely found in the prairies. Yes, we can see the trees near the riverside. Big trees we can't find. We can see only the grasslands. Number 4, wheat, maize and barley are the main crops cultivated here. Yes, true. Next we are going to learn about the life of the people there. The European settlers converted these huge grasslands into farmlands. Huge means large, big. European settlers converted these huge grasslands into farmlands. An average farm here is spread over thousands of acres. How much acres? Thousands of hectares. Okay, thousands of hectares. An average farm here is spread over thousands of hectares. Farmers live with their family on the farms. Some workers or helpers also live on the farms. The place where they lived is called as homestead. What is this? Homestead. Homesteads are built for the farmers' families and for the workers. This is a homestead. A homestead with a silo in the prairies. The entire farm work of plowing, sowing, harvesting, threshing and winnowing and storing of food grains is done by machines. Most of the work is done by machines. Food grains are stored in silos. Look at here, this is a silo. Here only they store the food grains. Thus only a few workers are needed to cultivate thousands of hectares of farmlands because they are using so many machines. So they need a human labor very little. So thousands of hectares of farmlands they need to cultivate with a few workers only. This is a homestead. Look at your homestead and this is a silo. This is the steps in farming. First, preparation of soil. Otherwise, we can say it as plowing, sowing, adding manures and fertilizers, irrigation, watering the plants, and then weeding. They take the unwanted plants inside the needed plants, and then harvesting, and then threshing, and then storage. These are the process in cultivating. Okay. The open land towards the west is hilly. The open land towards the west is hilly. The soil here is a coarse and less fertile. In this region, animals are reared on large open areas called ranches. This is a ranches. Cattle is reared mainly for meat and milk. In this area, cattle is reared only for meat and milk. A large part of the total meat produced is consumed locally. The rest is exported. What are the needs they need? They use it. The remaining they send it for export. And many dairy farms have also been built. Most of the dairy farms are situated near the cities. Most of the dairy farms are situated near the cities. And big dairy farms have modern facilities, very modern facilities, because they use mostly machines only, no. So big dairy farms have very modern facilities for processing the milk. Machines have almost replaced manual labor in dairy farms as well. Not only in cultivation, in dairy farms also they replace manual labor. Okay, they use so many modern facilities. They use so many machines. Okay, students, now you understand the lesson well. Shall we do the book exercise? Read and answer. Read and answer. Part A. Tick the correct answers. Number 1. The prairies lie between option A. Canada and Alaska. Option B. Canada and Mexico. Option C. India and Pakistan. Option D. North and South America. The option B is the correct answer. Canada and Mexico. And then number 2. The two rivers that flow through the prairie region are two rivers. Option A. Michigan and Manitoba. Option B, Mackenzie and Ontario. Option C, Mississippi and Missouri. Option D, Colorado and Rio Grande. What are the two rivers we learned in this lesson? Mississippi and Missouri. So we have to select the option C, Mississippi and Missouri. Number 3, very few trees are found in the prairies. Because why very few trees are found in prairies? Option A, because of the soil. Option B, ranches were built. Option C, they were cut to make farmlands. Option D, of an unsuitable climate. Because of its climate only the trees are very rare. So option D, of an unsuitable climate. Look at the fourth question. In the prairies, most farm work is done by machines. Very good. Option A, machines. Option B, animals. Option C, laborers. Option D, foreigners. Most of the work is done by machines only. They use machines. Instead of manual labor, they use machines. Not only in farm work, in dairy farms also, they use mostly machines. Then part B, fill in the blanks. Number 1, 2 temperate grasslands. 2 temperate grasslands, wells and downs. Wells and downs. 2 temperate grasslands, wells and downs. Number 2, 2 countries bordering USA. What are the 2 countries that bordering USA? Canada and Mexico. Canada and Mexico. 2 countries bordering USA, Canada and Mexico. Number 3, animals found in prairies. What are the 2 animals found in prairies? Bison and coyote. Bison and coyote. Look at the fourth one. Crops grown in the prairies. What are the crops grown in the prairies? We learnt about many crops. Barley and corn. Barley and corn. Which is the main crop? Wheat. Very good. Which is the main crop? Wheat. Number 5, minerals mined. What are the minerals mined? Gold and potash. Gold and potash. These are all the 2 minerals. Apart from this, other minerals are also there. Gold and potash. I hope you all understand the lesson well, children. Today's homework, what you have to do is, you have to read the lesson, the other subtopics in this lesson. What are the other subtopics we learned today? Economic activities and life of the people in prairies. Those 2 subtopics you should read, and you have to complete the book exercises in this lesson. And you have to go through the map where you have to mark the grasslands in the world map. You have to do everything. Okay, children? We will meet in the next session. Thank you. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next session.